Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to another buzzing walkabout here on buzzing Pattaya, and to the Khao Noi, Soi Khao Noi walk that I'm going to do today. If you follow my Soi Khao Talo walk, you'll have seen I covered that part, which is over on East Pattaya. And today I'm going to go down to Soi Khao Noi. I'm going to start up here. If you look on the map now, you'll see I'm at the junction of Soi Khao Talo, and we're going to head down towards the railway. I've got to say, I'm really surprised at how popular the Soi Khao Talo video was, which is great. You know, it's nice to know that you want to see other parts of Pattaya apart from the main areas that we all sort of seem to cover. What I do want to say though is just one thing. There was a little bit of misunderstanding. Maybe I explained it the wrong way, or I didn't say it the right way. But when I made mention the other day in the Khao Talo video to say I don't recommend you coming over here alone, that wasn't to say don't come here. Of course I want you to come here. That's the whole reason I make these videos. But what I meant is that if you go to some of the bars here, particularly if you are on your own, you may find A, that there's not many girls available, or B, the girls are busy, you know, and you'll end up sitting there on your own. That's why I'm saying come over with a friend, don't come on your own, you know, or go on an organised bar crawl. I'm certainly not saying don't come over here. That's the whole reason why I'm walking around showing you what's going on. I would love you all to come over here. So hopefully that's cleared it up. And you know, I apologise if there was a misunderstanding, but it was never meant that way. And before we head off, guys, I just want to say to you, please have a look at our Discord group. There's a link in the description below. I really want to try and push this now and get as many of you guys over there as I can, simply because I'll be bringing a lot more to this channel, a lot more to that platform, with special offers, restaurant reviews, bar reviews, photos, videos, etc, etc. It's completely free to join. There's no strings attached, so please have a look at the link down there below in the description and jump across, and hopefully I'll see you on the other side. All right, so let's head down Soi Khao Noi and let's go and see what's going on. It's actually a good soi. There's quite a few bars here. There's a lot of English style restaurants. There's a lot of things going on here that I want to show you. So hopefully you'll enjoy this one as well. All right, let's get going. So I've got all the gear. Let's start walking. And at the very top, not a lot goes on at the very top up here, but it is still nevertheless part of Khao Noi. And at this start, realistically speaking, once we get round the bend here, there's a couple of bars that I want to show you. There's a restaurant I want to show you. But once we get round this S bend up ahead, then things start to happen a bit more. So Soi Khao Noi, yep, it's part of the what we call the Darkside, East Pattaya. Again, it's a very well populated area for expats. And someone was saying on a few of the chats, oh, you know, it's the area for the cheap Charlies. And I've got to disagree with you, and I say that the reason being is that a lot of people come here to live. And you know, I don't know, we're all different. Me personally, I could not think of a worse place to live than in the very city centre in Pattaya. Simply because it's the noise, the temptation, everything's in front of you, and I really wouldn't want to be in that situation. So when you come out here, it's much better, because out here it's a lot more friendly. And it's all right, the dog's running after me. Yeah, out here it's a lot more friendly in terms of a lot of expats, people you're going to see on a regular basis, rather than people that are here just for a holiday. All right, one place I want to show you over here, Pizza and Steak, the home chef, very popular, good food in there, good prices as well. Oh, here we go, look at this guy, look. Wow. Alrighty. I don't know. I just, each to their own. Me personally, I just don't get it. But anyway, never mind. Right, so where were we? Yeah, the Home Chef. Nice restaurant, good food. And you can sit up there, people watch as you're eating your food. And as I say, it's a good selection of food in there, and it's good prices. Now, up here on the left-hand side, unfortunately, it's a casualty. But the Empire, this used to be a really good bar, quite a few girls in there, and yeah, it was quite popular. I'm not quite sure whether it's the COVID that's caused them to close for good, or whether things just didn't work out. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, but there it is there. Bar for rent, fully furniture. I'm not sure what the rent or something like that would be. Can't imagine it being too much. You know, rent out here, you can get yourself a 2-3 bedroom house over on this side of the Sukhumvit Road for around about between 10 to 15,000 baht. Obviously, the more things that are included, so if you want a swimming pool or garden, you're naturally going to pay a little bit more. But I don't know what the rent would be on something like that. And of course, when you are over here, they don't get the traffic that footfall that we would get in the city centre naturally. So they do rely on things like bar crawls, regulars, people coming over and exploring. And this bar here on the left hand side, again, sadly it's up for sale, called the Rock Bar. This was a really big bar. Used to have live music in there, pool table. Wasn't really a girly bar. It was more of a drinking bar. Had a lot of regulars, but sadly they are no more. And what they used to get as well, which they don't get, as you can see here, is this block of apartments. Well, this used to be rammed with coaches and a lot of Chinese people. And what they would do is they would come across of an evening and spend a lot of time in there. But I'm guessing, obviously, with the situation we're in, there are no tourists. Okay, so I'm on the S-bend that I was referring to. Once we get around the corner, things will brighten up a little bit. Feel a bit bad now. We've walked 5 minutes and everything's shut. Over there, incidentally, they do a yoga class of an evening, well, late afternoon, 4 p.m, as well as all the food stalls there. So if you fancy doing some yoga, get yourself over here and join in. And remember, we did the food handout. Do you remember we did that for 3 months? And the young lad in the boxing ring, I don't know if you saw that video, but I'll update you very briefly just in case you didn't. But he was very, very ill, seriously ill, and ultimately we managed to get him to hospital, and they took care of him, and thankfully he made it through. But he was on the verge of dying, and it was quite shocking. But he was staying over there. That's where he was. So anyway, the good news is that we called them and he's okay. Right, now let's get on. Tell you what, I've got some walking to do today. Flipping hell. Over there was a car wash. Used to be great going there, 100 baht, wash your motorbike. It used to come out like brand spanking new. All right, so now there's a few places I want to show you just up here. And wasn't so long back, it was maybe about a year, I suppose. But you see this field here, well, it was dry. We'd had a lot of sun and there was a fire, and literally the whole of this field was on fire. There's fire engines everywhere. They were wandering into the middle trying to put it out. Went on for about a day. And then, true Thai style, we had a huge crowd. And before you say it, well, what were you doing there? I was actually just across the road here. I'm going to show you in a second, having my breakfast. All right, so here, tropical bar. And you've also got on the right hand side here the Aussie bar. Now the tropical bar is a restaurant, very, very good, great reputation over here, fantastic breakfast. I've got to say, in my opinion, for what it's worth, it's one of my favourite places for breakfast over there. Very, very good quality indeed. Good prices as well, not overcharging. But if you like a proper full English breakfast, then over there, that's a place to aim for. And you see in front of me there, the True Blue Aussie bar. Now, if you went in there, they'd have between 10 to 15 girls, pool table, just to the left-hand side you went in. Play a lot of sports in there as well. And another popular place. Okay, let's keep heading down. We're never short of a 7-Eleven. That could be a challenge, couldn't it? How far can you walk without hearing the doo-doo? How far? And when we were doing our food handout, you may recall we were buying, we bought literally hundreds and hundreds of meals, and we bought them from, you see just across the road there where the white sign is, we bought them from that restaurant. Lovely lady, her son and her son's wife, family business, and yeah, great family. And they helped us out all the time with all the meals. Okay, let's see where this guy's going. I don't know where he's going. I'll walk around him. I won't go down there, but if you look right the way down on the right hand side is a place called Nung's Pies, and if you like your fresh pies, very, very good indeed. So the Red Lion restaurant, a few bars here, and of course if you are familiar with the east side of Pattaya, with the Darkside as we call it, you will know the Black Sheep bar up here on the right hand side. Go in there on the right hand side here. Again, normally have maybe 10 girls, maybe a few more. Pool table, everything in there, and it's a friendly bar, good fun, definitely worth popping into. At least in Khao Noi, you do have footpaths most of the way, so it's not too treacherous. You saw the Soi Khao Talo video. Some of those places don't have footpaths, and man, they run at you. Now across the road here you got another bar called The Local. Not really a girly bar as such. Obviously they have service staff, but it's more of a meet up, hence the word local. But it's a nice friendly bar. I'm okay, thank you. I need a taxi coming back up. And what we do have here, a lot on this side, see in here, we have a lot of outdoor restaurant areas where you can just grab some food. And opposite is the Full Moon 2, a very popular bar, nice decent pool table as well. I believe that's a 9-footer in there, 9-foot table, good table. And if you like a good game of pool, go in there, and there's some good players in there, good players. This top half of Khao Noi, you can see it's a little bit sparse, a little bit spread out. When we get around this bend and start going down the hill, it's a little bit more condensed. And up ahead is a very popular bar, Murphy's Bar. If you like your Guinness and stuff like that, again, there's a bar here that will suit your needs. All right, so I'm just going to keep walking it a little bit, and we'll catch up in a second. So we're just coming up to Murphy's Bar now. Steve Murphy, very, very quality cyclist, professional level. Very, very good on a cycle bike. But he's got a great bar, and when this reopens, fingers crossed, in the not too distant future, I would recommend going in there. And across the road, see this bar here on the corner? Well, that was purchased ages ago, and there was a lot of talk about it was going to become an Indian restaurant, but nothing, literally nothing, as you can see, has taken place, and it's been a long time. We're not talking a few months, we're talking a long time, and still no action. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. So we're walking down now, coming up to Soi 9 on the right hand side, and when you get to that Soi, that will take you over to Soi Khao Noi. Now those of you that like fresh bread, across the road there, see the Continental, They do a huge selection of freshly cooked bread. Good food in there as well. So if you are into fresh bread, that's the place to go. Got a few bars here. You got the Whipper bar on the left, a couple more bars further up, and around the corner here you got John at the Khao Noi sports bar. Lovely guy, really nice guy. His son Phil is an extremely talented footballer, extremely talented. Had trials at various professional clubs, and he's just waiting for a break, but he'll get one because he's very good. But we'll see John, well, we'll see the Khao Noi sports bar in a bit. And we're just coming up to the turning out of Soi 9, and you'll see on the left hand side here in a second. Alright. There's a couple of bars here, and there's one bar just opposite the turn into Soi 9, and that's a very how do I explain that one? I wouldn't go as far as the windmill, but they're very welcoming, very welcoming. And you see there on the corner, there seems to be a lot of talk about this lady who's a hairdresser, and she's well endowed with a top heavy, and in there. Now I haven't gone in there. I think it's been done to death. But that's where they are. Okay, so coming around the bend now, we're going to start to go down the hill. Hopefully you're still with me. I haven't put you to sleep. It's surprising how long these roads are. Even more so when you're walking. Trouble is, I could do this on a motorbike, but I think it'd be rubbish, because it'd be like stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. At least this way you get to see what's going on, listen to me waffling on, but at least you get to see it at a snail's pace. And there's the Khao Noi sports bar on the left. Just going to come up to it now. As I say, John, very good food in there. Very good food. Great prices, pool table, good restaurant, and friendly staff. You know, they'll take care of you. It's not that kind of a place, but they're very nice in there. They'll take good care of you. And the Khao Noi sports bar. They have a pool league there. I believe they have a quiz night as well. But John's a really nice guy, and quality of the food in there, very good, very good. All right, so at last, look, there's a lot more activity now. There is life at the end of this tunnel. Now this bar we're just about to walk past on the right hand side, this has changed hands a couple of times, I think. But Fat Boy's Bar and Grill, I haven't been in there since the new owners, so I can't actually give you any information on what it's like. But it was back in the previous owner, it was actually alright. So I'm guessing they'll have kept a similar sort of theme. Not a girly bar. So don't go in there with expectations. And if you remember, you may have seen a while back, quite a while back now, if you look through there, I don't really think you can see that, but anyway, at the very back there is a huge Thai barbecue place, Mukata. And I took 54 children from the Bang Crew Jar orphanage, took them and their helpers there, had a fantastic evening. Kids loved it. I never forget the young boy coming up to me, tugged on my shirt and showed me the prawns. And he said, "Can I eat? Is it okay?" I said, "Yes, of course you can, my friend. Of course you can." And it was just like, it was like a starting grid on the Grand Prix. They literally all just rushed over to the prawns and were scooping out great big handfuls. It was as if they'd not eaten prawn for a long time. But they had a fantastic evening. Really good. I loved that day. Took them out. I think we were there for about 2 hours. and they just had such a great time. I think we nearly cleaned the place out of food, to be fair. But not to worry. Now, got a few villages here. So here's Chok Chai, Garden Home 4 down there. And these are all kind of like bungalow styles. And as I say, you know, you can pick a house up here, 10, 12,000 baht a month, a little bit more if you want a pool in there and stuff like that. But in general, they're very, very reasonably priced over here. And across, opposite now you're seeing there, is the Chilled. Now that's got a Tops supermarket, which if you like your foreign food, they've got a good display in there, good range. So you can pick up what you need. And I'll get to this part in a second, but on the right hand side, there's a pool hall, a bar, and I've been told that they've converted the downstairs bar, which was in the car park, to a girly bar. Now I don't know how true that is, because naturally they're not open, but that's what I'm told. So yeah, not sure. You can see in a second here, see where that white car's parked? If you look through the white car, that bar there, and you can't really see it, unfortunately, but above the car there, see that like plastic sheeting? Well, if you walk through there, that's where the pool hall is. But underneath, there's a car park, and in that car park, there was about 7 full-size pool tables. Well, they've taken them all out now and turned that into what I've been told is a girly bar. But hand on heart, I don't know how true that is. I've not seen it myself, so please don't hold me to it. All right, and as with Soi Khao Talo, there's so many little food shops here. You're never going to go far if you like your Thai food. There's plenty of options, lots of drink stalls. Again, so you know, if you like your cold coffees and teas or your milk drinks, there's plenty of those available. It's actually a really good soy, to be fair. I like this soy. I like this one. I like Soi Khao Talo. Soi Nam Pagwan's okay. We'll cover that. We'll cover it. It's okay. And Soi Siam, I lived on Soi Siam for many years. It's a good place. It's just a little bit spread out in terms of walking. When I do that one, I definitely can't do that on foot. Well, I could do, but it'd take about 2 days to watch it all. So I will do that one on my motorbike. All right, let's get down there. Okay. So we're coming down now towards the railway line. This side of the of Khao Noi, sort of like further down here, mainly about businesses and stuff. But if you want to come over, you know, you head over from city centre to here on a motorbike taxi, 60 baht, takes you about 10 minutes. If you get a bulk taxi, it's a lot cheaper. But again, head up towards the top end if you're looking for bars. Down this end, there isn't really a lot going on, to be honest, in terms of that side of things. Obviously, you're up the top, get there, have a wander around by that 7-Eleven where I started the video. There's a lot more bars around there, so it's within probably, well, I guess in fairness, if you were to walk around that area of the bars, you could probably cover all the bars in a 10-minute walk in whatever direction you went in. All right, so we're nearing the end. We'll just keep walking for a little bit, and then I'm going to wrap it up. It's quite nice today. It's not as hot as it's been at the time of making the video. I mentioned before in another video about people ask me about when is the best time to come here in terms of the temperature, and I made mention to the fact that we have a high season, a wet season, and believe it or not, we have what we call a cold season, a winter. But all that said, if you're in a climate that's colder than Thailand, Doesn't really matter what time you come out here, it's always going to be hot. But right now is our rainy season, and literally you can see the clouds. There's virtually no clouds there, and I could walk for another 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and all of a sudden the storms will just hit you, and you're like, where's that come from? So if you do come out here around about this time of the year, be prepared to get wet. And of course, if you come out during Songkran, well, you're going to get wet. All right, so we are pretty much done. I don't think there's a lot of point walking you further down this road. It's really just a lot of what I would call everyday shops and businesses, stuff like that. A bit of water going on there, and then there, drain leaking. All right, let me get the other side here, and then let's wrap this one up. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please drop your comments below, let me know what you think. The next one I plan to do will be Nuon Pagwan, slightly different, and then we'll finish off with Soi Siam Country. We'll do that, and there's a couple of other little hidden gems that I can throw at you, and at least now you're getting to see what's going on outside the city centre. Okay, I am going to call it a day here. All right, let's just go and wander over here, spin this camera around. Whew. 59 baht, boys, and they're probably breaking about a day. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So, excuse me. All right, there you go, guys. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. As I say, this is Soi Khao Noi, next to Soi Khao Talo. And if you do want to find out any more information, specifics, please drop me an email, 247pattaya@gmail.com. I'll happily cover that for you as best I can. All right, so there you go, guys. So as always, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. As I say, please have a look at Discord. You know, I really want to push Discord. There's so much going to come to it, and I think it'll be a really valuable platform that you'll all enjoy. So please have a look at the link in the description below, check that out. And if you haven't, have a look at our members area. I'm going around speaking to more bars and restaurants and places that if you are a Buzzing member on YouTube and I send you a digital ID card, you can in turn go into these bars and you get a free shot with your first drink, or go into the restaurant, they give you some discounts on certain dishes, etc, etc. It's just trying to give you guys something back for you supporting the channel. All right, that's it from me then. Thank you so much indeed for watching. And as always, guys, please, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.